made a comeback win on the first match of the Europa League. Now we go on a very short quick break, and when we come back we'll give you the news in full. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. Now the news in full. The oil marketers and industry data analysis suggest that the Nigerian government might allocate around 1.68 trillion naira towards a fuel subsidy for premium motor spirit, that's PMS, commonly known as petrol, from September to December this year. The projection comes amidst concern over the devaluation of the naira against the US dollar and increasing crude oil prices in the global market. PMS dealers propose that the pump price of petrol should range between 890 naira to 900 naira per litre to account for these economic shifts, while suspicions arise regarding existing subsidies on petrol. The current retail price of petrol fluctuates between 598 naira and 617 naira recently per litre based on the locations of purchase, further fueling speculations of government subsidies. Despite this, official acknowledgement of the reintroduction of the subsidy on petrol remains unconfirmed, as the Nigerian National Petrol Company Limited, the NNPCL, continues to import PMS. The recent removal of the subsidy resulted in a surge in petrol prices, which, coupled with the falling naira and rising crude oil costs, have amplified the pressures on PMS expenses. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu seeks legal action to halt the release of academic records. President Bola has filed an emergency motion in a U.S. court to halt the release of his academic records by Chicago State University to Atiku Abubakar. The People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Tinubu is seeking a delay in implementing a self-effectuating court order directing the CSU to comply with Atiku's subpoenas until Monday. The order, issued by Magistrate Jeffrey Gilbert of the U.S. District Court for Northern District of Illinois, mandates CSU to provide all relevant and non-privileged academic documents to Atiku within a 2-day period. Atiku's request includes Tinubu's admission and acceptance records, attendance dates, degrees, awards, and honors attained during his time at the Chicago University. The All Progressive Congress has dismissed this effort as an expedition in futility, asserting that the president has nothing to hide. This legal maneuver highlights the intricacies of the ongoing political climate and the legal battles preceding the upcoming elections. Also in the news, from the wave of the trend coming up, tear gas allegedly used to disperse protesters at Lekki toll gates. Protesters and fans paying tribute to the late Nigerian singer Ilerioluwa Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad, were allegedly dispersed with tear gas at Lekki toll gate, Lagos State. The gathering involved a candlelight procession to honor the late artist, where attendees dressed in white t-shirts and danced to his songs as a mark of respect. Conflicting reports suggesting that tear gas canisters were fired either by police officers or unknown individuals, raising questions about the event's organization and security measures. The incident further emphasizes the importance of peaceful assembly and need for clear communication between law enforcement and event organizers to ensure the safety and well-being of all participants during public gatherings. Away from that, to the northern part, in the NNPP blames Kwankwaso for election tribunal loss in Kano. The new Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) attributes the loss of Kano Governor Yusuf Abba at the state governorship election petitions tribunal to Rabiu Kwankwaso, a former presidential candidate of the party. The NNPP alleged the Kwankwaso betrayed the party by aligning with the ruling All Progressive Congress to secure a ministerial position in President Bola Tinubu's government. Following the tribunal's ruling to declare the APC candidate Nasir Gawuna as the winner of the March 18 governorship poll, the NNPP contests the decision, claiming irregularities and an invalid vote margin. This development underscores the complexities of political alliance and their impact on electoral outcomes. Killings have been happening in Imo, and it has indicted the IPOB, but they deny involvement in the killing, accuses the federal government. The indigene of people of Biafra, the IPOB, distances itself from the recent killing of 8 security personnel by gunmen in Imo State. The slain personnel, including soldiers, policemen, and members of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, were attacked and set ablaze during a patrol. IPOB, in a statement, condemns the violent attack, stating that such actions are unnecessary to achieve Biafra freedom. The group also accuses the federal government of being aware of the perpetrators behind the attack and alleges collaboration to malign IPOB and its leader Nnamdi Kanu. The statement highlights the ongoing tensions and blames the government for manipulating the situation to undermine peaceful agitation for a Biafran referendum. We go on a quick break, and when we come back we'll bring you business news. Please stay tuned, don't go nowhere. Welcome back. Now to business news. Power consumers raise concern over the grid failures and sabotage. The Nigerian Power Consumers Forum, the NPCF, has expressed alarm over the consistent disruptions of the national electricity grid and recent fire incidents near power transmission facilities. Michael Oko, convener of the NPCF, conveyed these worries in a statement released in Abuja. The concern follows the transmission company of Nigeria's statement that the grid had been relatively stable for over 400 days. Oko highlighted various efforts made by the transmission company of Nigeria, the TCN, to stabilize the grid, including the use of Internet of Things and a stopgap system. However, the recent incident, including a fire at the Benin KB transmission substation and a line snap on the 330 kV Jeba, the Kanji, transmission line have led to nationwide outages. MPCF suspects this incident are an attempt to tarnish the TCN's management and reputation. Now talking about trade volumes. Trade volume surges to 1.12 billion on the Nigerian Exchange Limited. The daily trade volume on the Nigerian Exchange Limited experienced a remarkable 98% increase to 1.12 billion units on Thursday, though investors faced losses of 35 billion naira by the end of the trading session. The volume of equities traded was reported at 566,631,350 units, worth 5.39 billion on the previous day. Despite the surge in volume, the trade value only increased by 8% to 5.82 billion naira. Notably, Universal Insurance drove this surge with a trade of 669 million and 12,278 million units of shares valued at 134.21 million naira. Ohando PLC followed with 100,687,873 units of shares valued at 1.46 billion naira. The NGX All Share Index dipped by 0.09% and bears dominated the session with 30 losers and compared to 20 gainers. The South Korea expresses interest in Nigeria's lithium deposits. The South Korean government has signaled interest in Nigeria's lithium reserves, as confirmed in a statement on Thursday. The Nigerian Ministry of Solid Minerals Development engaged with the South Korean government during the 7th Korea-Africa Economic Cooperation Conference held in Busan, South Korea. The focus of the engagement was on revising a 2006 Memorandum of Understanding between Nigeria and South Korea concerning investment in the solid mineral sector. Representatives from both countries, including officials from the Nigerian Ministry of Solid Minerals Development and the Oando Mining Company, as well as counterparts from the Korean Institute of Geosciences and Mineral Resources and the Korean Mines Rehabilitation and Mineral Resources Corporation, participated in the discussion. We go on another short break and then we come back with sport news from news all around the world of sport, especially the world of football. Please stay tuned. Still your Cactv News. We'll be right back.
This particular program is actually meant to provide mass education opportunity for us. So the first thing you need to consider under pre-resumption phase preparation by schools is that, number one, there must be thorough cleaning of the environment. This is very, very important. It will be easy for the government agency to properly do what we call the contact tracing. It's preparation by the pupils and students themselves, because all of us need to prepare and we need to be on the same page and make sure that we are ready to go back to school.
Welcome back, and now to sports. Napoli coach praises Osimhen's performance and hopes for goal return. Napoli coach Rudy Garcia commended Victor Osimhen for his outstanding performance in the Napoli's recent UEFA Champions League clash against CS Braga. Despite not scoring, the 24-year-old Nigerian striker made a significant contribution by providing an assist for Napoli's opening goal in the first half. Napoli emerged victorious with a 2-1 win at the Braga Municipal Stadium. Osimhen's effort earned him the Man of the Match award from UEFA, recognizing his relentless attack on Braga's defense. Garcia expressed confidence in Osimhen's ability to find the net against Son, offering encouragement after a few games without a goal in various competitions for Napoli. Another news, Super Eagles dropped to 40th position in FIFA rankings. Despite a dominating victory in their last game of the 2023 African Cup of Nations qualifiers, Nigeria experienced a drop in the latest FIFA men's ranking. The Super Eagles, previously ranked 39th in the June rankings, slipped to the 40th position, losing 3 points. Nigeria's triumph with a 6-0 victory over Sao Tome and Principe during the AFCON qualifier did not impact their standing in the rankings. However, they finished at the top of Group A in the AFCON qualifiers, accumulating an impressive 15 points and securing a spot at the upcoming AFCON in the Ivory Coast. Despite the drop, the Super Eagles remain in the top 6 in Africa and a favorable position for being among the top seeds in the AFCON draw scheduled later in 2023. Now in the Europa League, Liverpool came back from a goal down to win against LASK. According to reports, Liverpool were down in the first opening minute of that match, but later made a comeback to win the match at the end of the day at the Europa League matches yesterday. Now, results of other matches that were played yesterday: Rennes had a victory over Maccabi, and Liverpool came back to win 3-1 against LASK away from home. Leverkusen also had a 4-0 victory over Haken. Karabakh leading Molde by 1-0. Slavia Praha was away from home and they won 2-0. Roma winning Sheriff by 2-1. Panathinaikos winning Villarreal by 2-0. Toulouse and Union Saints played a 1-1 draw. Atalanta win 2-0 against Rakoy, while Sporting win away by 2-1 against SK Stone. Ajax and Marseille play a 3-3 draw in their match in the UEFA Champions League, and Rangers and Real Betis, Rangers winning by 1-0. Olympiacos and SC Freiburg. Olympiacos losing at home by 3-2. Brighton and AEK Athens. AEK Athens winning by 3-2. And West Ham, also an English club, winning at home by 3-1. And that ends the news this morning. Thank you for staying with us. This is Cactv News. Please feel free to drop your comments and your contributions on all our social media handle, on Facebook Cactv, on YouTube Cactv. It's a good weekend. It's a rainy one. The weather is very cold. I hope you will enjoy your weekend. Please stay tuned on Cactv for more of our programs coming up. Interesting programs like the Morning Dew coming up right after now. Please don't go nowhere. Thank you for staying tuned. My name remains Segun White. Enjoy the rest of your day.
this particular program is actually meant to provide mass education